Hello everyone, I'm Rocky and I'm going to be doing my April wrap-up video. I finished Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card. I read this because it's been on my shelf forever, and I also wanted to watch the movie that I just recently got and compare the two together. I really enjoyed this book. More than I thought I would, because of some of the reviews. I was a little bit hesitant to read this. I did pick up the second book, and I do plan to continue with the series. I hope I enjoy it as much as I enjoyed this one. The second one is I did Camp NaNoWriMo for the month of April. So in order to get into the spirit of things, I got No Plot, No Problem, novel writing kit by Chris Beatty. And all it comes with is a little booklet that just keeps you writing, basically. It tells you some things to keep your confidence up in writing. There's also some little cards that you read every day. There's fun facts about other writers. There's just little quips to keep you writing. There's a novel affidavit that you sign to make sure that you keep writing through the whole month. This is originally for November, which is what usually people use it for, but it can be used for any type of writing throughout the month. You get a little what are these called? Button. You get a little button. Once you can, it's like a little winner's badge. Then there's stars. There's a calendar in here they can fill out. I was gonna fill this out on a month that National Novel Writing Month or NaNoWriMo isn't going on, so that I can better track my progress. There's little coupons and little stickers to ask about my novel. And the last part, there's the I quit envelope that you're supposed to open if you ever think about quitting in the middle of the month. I have not had to open it. I want to open it just because I want to know what is in it and what it says, but I have not opened it yet. I might later. The next book I read was The King by J.R. Ward. I did talk about a little bit about this series in a previous video, so I won't go into much detail, but it's really good. Can't wait till the next one. And the next book that I read is The School for Good and Evil. It's the first book, and it's by Soman Chinani. Sorry if I mispronounced the name. And I recently picked up the second book, and I've already finished it. I will probably have a video up about these two books a little bit later. They're really good. There are some sexual innuendos throughout both books. A couple more throughout this one. So I might might sticky some and read some and let you know what I think. But it was really good series starting. It's about Agatha and Sophie, and Sophie believes she is good, and they live in a little village surrounded by woods that they cannot go into. If they do, they just come right back to their village, or possibly get lost or die. Anyway, every 4 years, this schoolmaster comes and picks one good person and one evil person to take to the School of Good and Evil, and they're never seen from again until they read the storybooks that are brought to them from this, that magically appear by the schoolmaster. Sophie believes she is the good one, and that Agatha is the witch because of their looks. And she's beautiful, blonde, blue eyes, pretty, and Agatha isn't. And her mother is considered the town's witch, so what her parent is, she must follow, or so Sophie believes. Sophie is taken, and Agatha just wants to help her one and only friend, so she follows Sophie and grabs onto her as she's taken to this school. And, of course, not everything is as black and white as looks and whatnot. Agatha's dropped into the school of good, Sophia in the school of evil. And this is about their adventure there and what transpires between them, because they still want to stay friends. And after Sophia's dropped off in the school of evil, she wants to try to go home. That is not all she wants to do. She wants to be in the school of good. And it's a real good book. It's about friendship and the tests of friendship and just what can transcribe between the two when things try to keep them apart. Again, I will go into more details about both of the books and try not to have any spoilers later in a different video. Okay, the next book I had on ebook, and I got for free through the normal NaNoWriMo, was How to Market a Book by Joanna Penn, or JF Penn, she goes by as well. And it's just an intriguing little book to help when you start selling your books, how to market them better. And some of it I skimmed through that I didn't need, that seemed to be selling some of the things more than selling some like sites to use and things that I wasn't going to use. But the intriguing parts were like how to make your covers look better, what goes into the summary on the back of the book, and how to polish your book to make it as presentable as possible, regardless if you're traditional publishing or self-publishing. The next and last book that I read was Illusion by Shirley Kenyon. I do have this in hard copy. I'm just using this as the picture. But my friend is borrowing the series who is reading with me. This is the latest book in the Chronicles of Nick, the 5th book, I believe. This is going to be an ongoing series. I'm not sure how many books it will be. I know it will end, and then he'll get his own book. Nick will get his own adult book in her Dark Hunter series, so I'm excited for that when it does come. Problem with these, a lot of them have cliffhangers as endings, so if you're impatient, like I am sometimes, it is hard to wait for the next book, but I cannot wait because it is getting good. And it starts off, the reason why it's called Illusion is because it starts off in a different reality. And he has to get out of this reality and back to his own. I think that's the only thing I can really say without giving too much about the series away and ruining it with spoilers. I find it that this would be a hard series to read if you didn't know the Dark Hunter series, I feel. Because I know some people read this because it's young adult, and some people only read young adult, or newer books, and I feel that if they just read this series, they wouldn't understand the backstory to a lot of the characters, and wouldn't understand like the oh wow moments of the book, where you find like you're figuring out who Acheron is. I call him a Cherion. I think his name is pronounced how Shirley Kenyon said it was Acheron. But who Acheron and Styx are, and why, the bond between them or whatever, and who the girl is in this book, you wouldn't figure out like all those oh wow moments if you didn't read the Dark Hunter series before this one. So I'm just saddened by people who just pick up the Chronicles of Nick and haven't read the other series, since they're losing a lot of information. But I mean, you can read it. I don't know. I mean, they're very interesting books by themselves. I just feel like you would get more of a plot and more of a story if you knew the backstory from the other series as well. And that series is a lot of books long. I am not going to count them. I think she's up to like 20 so far or something. So it would be a big catch up if you wanted to go and learn everything. But it is a good series. That is all I have for my April wrap up. Talk to you guys later. Bye.